What is good, people? Welcome back to the channel. KG is back. It is match reaction time, or is it training session time? That was absolutely easy, man. We were taking it so easy today. Wow, got a few things to say about this game, man. But just the happiness that I have, the joy I have that we've won the game, first of all, but that we are getting out of this league, man. What an absolute awful showing from Bristol City. But it's not just that they were awful; we didn't allow them to play. But there shouldn't be such a big gap from first to fifth. But that, listen, we'll speak about that in a bit. But listen, people, we've done our jobs. We've hit them for 4. Burnley hit QPR for 5. We said we'll try and up you, but we couldn't quite get there. But we should have though. We should have absolutely killed Bristol City today. It could have been 8. I'm not even exaggerating. If we weren't messing around so much today, I think we could have got 8. Honestly, yeah. Listen, you've got a point. I've actually started, man, because I do want to come into it in just a bit. Mike here saying slap a like on the vid for Largy. Yeah, I mean, look, he showed what he's capable of, man. Look, it's a conversation for after the season. I promise you, we'll get into the nooks and crannies of usage and everything else like that. I promise you, we will do all that once the season ends. But listen, that was a nice home game today, especially against Bristol City, who, for me, I thought were going to come with a bit of something. They only need one win for a playoff spot, and they literally couldn't do anything about it. They had no choice. I'm sure they had a plan. I'm sure their manager, is it Liam Manning? I'm sure he had a plan, but Lord have mercy, they couldn't do anything to execute. We wouldn't allow them to. Lloyd here saying, why everyone insisting Rami play on the left when he's clearly best on the right? He's good on both. He's good on both, Lloyd. It's one of those where he can play left or right. He's shown that as well. He's even shown it in the 10 position before he got injured. It's him and Nanto there. But yeah, it's one of those where he's good on both sides, man. Jason here saying we've outclassed this league. It's what I said it should have been at the start of the season, Jason. 100 points to me. I feel we should have had more. It's that simple. Listen. 22 shots to 2, 5th place team. Thank F we're away from this. And it's a great point, man. I don't like to be horrible. I don't, but we are literally looking at a team. We've beaten a team so easily today that are looking to come where we're going. And they're already having problems against us, right? We're going to strengthen this summer, so we're going to get even better. Bristol City will be able to get what? Listen, they've got Premier League football, that'll be fine, but they'll probably be looking to recruit from the Championship, which is not great for players right now. It isn't. So whatever they do, if they manage to win that playoff final, if they manage to get in and get up, boy, we could be looking at a new derby record, man. No lie, because they have got no business being in the top 6. And when you look at the top 6, by the way, Millwall here, don't let them get in the Premier League, please. Blackburn, who've fallen off a cliff, they're still in with a shout. It's actually insane, and that's why I'm just glad, people, that we're going to be out of this and where we belong, and that's the Premier League, people. David here saying, KJ, I'm in Malaga, but the whole country's power is down, so couldn't watch the game. Gutted, but get in Leeds. It's a shame, David, but if you can, I don't know if your phone's charged or anything, try and catch the goals, because there were some good goals tonight, real good goals. I'm not doing it in the sarcastic way I usually do. It's true, there were some real good goals tonight. Some super chats have come in. Listen, shout out to everyone donating. Thank you so much, guys. Haru here saying pure dominance, could have had more. Tanaka man of the match, Nanto's smooth goal, Furpo beautiful cross, Ramazani closing out the home fixtures in style, marching on together. NG here saying here, thanks for the coverage this year. Salute to you, NG. Thank you so much for that. Richard also echoing that as well. Thanks for the content and this season. Thank you. And Mr. P here saying champagne football over the last few games. Roll on the 3rd of May. Let's just finish this off with the title and 100 points. Absolutely. And Parrot House, always supporting Parrot House. Salute to you, man. Thank you so much for that, for the support. It means a lot, honestly. Michael here saying Bristol City dispatched the team in really good form. I think the title is settled. We've done it a few times, Michael. That's what I've said as well. We are going to be the anomaly to the exception to the rule. We saw it when Frank Lampard first took over Coventry. They were on a massive high. They come to us and we absolutely bopped them off the park. There's been a few instances where teams have come in with good form, maybe 4 wins in 5 or maybe 3 wins in 5, and they step up against this team and it's just or what do we do? How do we get the ball off them? How can we stop this attack? And it's how it should be. But as I was watching it tonight, people, I was thinking, man, I'm enjoying this. I don't enjoy championship football. Let me make that clear. But I'm enjoying the control. I'm enjoying that we're taking shots and missing, and the players are laughing between themselves because the job is done in terms of promotion. So you can see like that weight is off their shoulders. So I mean, I'm talking before we scored our first goal. It was Firpo to Bogle. He was offside anyway, so it didn't matter. But they're both just there laughing, and it's like, I'm going to enjoy that for now, because come next season, there's going to have to be every ounce of effort in keeping this football club in the Premier League. But listen, let's enjoy it now. Uh, let's have a look here. Crypto Steve here saying here, front three excellent today, good runs. Yeah, listen, I can't put everyone in the poll for man of the match. I can't fit everyone in. For me, there is a clear winner in terms of it, but there are so many good performances tonight. Let's go to the team. I mean, the team was as you were. We didn't change anything for this team. I'll be real with you as well. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but since we've been promoted, the team news has been very, very sloppy. Like, I don't know what's going on with Joe Rothwell. Don't know why Isaac Schmidt wasn't playing today, or on the bench, I should say. Don't know what's going on, man. Everyone's just like cutting loose. So I can't tell you. Maybe some of you guys know or are listening to Danny Farke now. Oh, by the way, as well, people. Let me know if there's anything of note in the walk around, if you can see it. Like maybe Firpo giving that ominous wave goodbye as if he knows it's his last game. As with Patrick Bamford, I'm expecting some of these guys to wrap it up tonight. Rapido. But yeah, we'll see. Desiree here saying largely in the Premier is going to be something, man. Listen, there's a couple of positions that we've got. I mean, we're going to need improvements in certain areas. Of course we are. But there's a couple of areas where if we can if we can keep Solomon and keep him Nonto Largy, that's pretty good for a promoted side. There's an argument that a couple of these players, maybe all three, shouldn't even be in the championship anyway. So if we can, keep them and then add another one to it, we also got Dan James as well. But we are going to need to add something else to it, being in the Premier League. But yeah, listen, let's have a look. Okay. Yeah, Ramazani's backflips are as good as his goals. Yeah, you know what I love seeing from Ramazani? I know he only had a cameo today, people. He got 2 goals in it, but it was just the freedom that he was playing with. Like, the commentator was saying it as well. He's been publicly criticized, and we know that, and he's barely had opportunities to rectify any of that public criticism. We've seen Isaac Schmidt just taking over that spot now of being the first sub as a winger, which is, again, we'll speak about that at the end of the season. But you saw today, man, when he's on it, man, he's such a technically gifted player. And that is the kind of player that we're going to need in the Premier League. We're going to need the larges. We're going to need Willie Nonto. I know a few of you, and it's really difficult to say because Nonto hasn't overly performed well this season overall, I should say. Good goal today. We'll speak about that in a bit. But he's got the technical abilities to make it in the Prem, as he showed the first time. And there's also all the different things as well, the hunger, the excitement of playing in those big games. I think it matters to certain players' psyches as well, and getting up for games against a Newcastle rather than, not going to say them, I'll say Bristol City. Okay, I'm not going to say the bottom of the league team because they helped us out big time. But we've got a good start. We've got a good start in terms of wingers. But Solomon's going to have to come back though, by the way. And I hope that we can wrap that one up quick, because there's definitely eyes on Mano Solomon. For me, it's no spoiler. He was my man of the match today easily as well. I thought Junior Firpo wasn't far behind him in terms of creating chances and just some of the balls that Junior was putting in. But Mano Solomon, just, it's the way he shifts it. There's always this thing about, what he's going to do, but can you stop it? And at this level, they can't stop it. The amount of times he would just jink in, move the ball around and go on a run, get the ball in, dangerous crosses, dangerous passes forward. He was just sensational today, Mano Solomon. I think he got, did he get 1 goal, 1 assist today? Maybe 2? I don't know. But he was just creating chances. That ball over for Tanaka for the first goal, just absolutely, it was on a play, and he even gave Tanaka another one that Tanaka should have scored, and unfortunately he just put it wide. But Bristol City just ignoring Tanaka on the far side, like he didn't burn them the first time. They give him another 3 chances to do so. Lloyd saying here, Solomon 12 assists, he's Leeds rutter of this season. Yeah, different kind of players, but yeah, I hear what you're saying in terms of just being that drive, that focal point in terms of give it to Solomon and just watch him cook. And overall, he's done that. So yeah, hopefully we can wrap up a deal for him very soon. Hopefully Tottenham take it easy with us with the price. Just take it easy. I know we didn't take it easy with you with Archie, but show some mercy, show some mercy. But yeah, his delivery is top class, man. And I know that there's some doubts about sometimes when he comes back in and does the right-footed crosses. But for me, he's just got that extra touch of class. For me, this is the man of Solomon that was at Shakhtar and at Fulham. This isn't the Tottenham version, the broken down one, the one that was always injured and out of form and just not playing. He's going back to where he was before. And I just think of the hunger as well Manor Solomon's going to have to play in the Premier League, especially if he can stay here. It's an added bonus, man. I think he can do it. We got to think of who we're going to be competing with at the bottom of the league. He can make up the difference. He may score that goal that gives us 3 precious points in the Prem that move us up the table. So listen, we'll speak about that at the end of the season. But I want him to stay. Liam here though saying here, I just worry with spending loads on Solomon just for him to be injured first game. I mean, with that kind of comment though, Liam, he stayed fit since maybe December. And he's had big knocks as well, by the way. It's not like he's got away scot-free. He's been getting clattered in certain games, and his knees have taken like punishment, and he's still playing. So for me, that was always the first thing for me, Liam, his fitness. I never worried about his quality. Always knew there was a player there, but it's about can he stay fit? And he showed what he can do, barring like maybe a 3-4 game spell, along with Aronson at the same time there. He's been brilliant for us. He's been absolutely brilliant. So for me, the fitness issues they may still be there in the back of my mind, but they're not so prevalent on my mind anymore. And yeah, LJ here saying Solomon is it in Spurs' plan, so he'll be sold to someone. But the problem is with that is that Tottenham will want a bidding war for Solomon. And with him performing so well, I've said it so many times, but I'll say it again for maybe new people. When you do well at Leeds United, everyone takes notice. So it won't just be us after him, but what we're going to need from Mano is something like what Jadon Bogle did to Sheffield United and say, I only want Leeds, like Joe Rodon did to Tottenham. I don't want Leicester, Southampton. I want to go to Leeds. So that way you just cut off the auction. You're negotiating with just 2 clubs and it's all done. But we'll see what happens come the summer. And listen, one thing I will say, I won't hold it against him if he doesn't come here. I'd be disappointed, but we can move on to other targets if he doesn't come. But you never know, man. We'll see what happens, man. And Michael here, though, saying, yeah, and this is a good point. Spurs will change manager. New manager might want Solomon. Exactly. There's a lot of moving parts. We'll speak about that come the summer. But listen, what else have we got here? Okay, yeah, a couple more super chats here. Reese here saying here, tonight was a perfect demonstration of the levels in football. We're an absolute class apart. Hope we can step up next season. Absolutely, Reese. Big up and agreed with all of that. Mr. P adding here, I'm disappointed Burnley have cut our goal difference. We got it back a little tonight. -1. They won 5 on the weekend. We won 4. So, we cut it back in a bit again. Let's have a look. Okay, so, yeah, are they back on the pitch now? Okay, fairs. Let me know if there's anything of note, man. Anything of note. Who else today? I mean, our centre-halves had nothing to do. I mean, guys, let me just go back. I don't usually do the stats thing on here. This is a team fighting for playoffs. I know we're up and we're far superior. I get all of that. But this is the team hoping to join us in the Premier League. And look at what they served up. I mean, we didn't allow them, but look at that. It's not even like double the pass. It's almost triple the passes. This is like terrible in terms of just an advert for the championship. And I say it all the time, but it will never change. When you've got a team fighting in the playoffs who've got Naki Wells up front, it tells you everything about the quality of the league. Who else here? Let's go with some more performers of the day. Peru. Oh, he was linking today, people. Peru was absolutely sourcing in terms of the link-up play, his movement up front, and that ball from Fernando's goal. I think they said it's a 52-yard pass. Inch perfect. And that's the technical qualities. That's the technical gifts of Joel Peru, because there's not many that would have put that ball through the way they bounced nicely for Nanto, and a beautiful finish as well by Nanto to finish it off. I expect to see a few of those in the Prem for sure. But Joel Peru's involvement today was absolutely top notch. Just missed a goal. Hopefully gets one against Plymouth to get the 20 goals for the season. But absolutely brilliant. And now Joel Peru, by the way. Oh, it is wonderful, Cloud Dizu. It's wonderful to relax to watch it with no pressure. You know, Sky can't even hype up the final day of the season, man. There's nothing to hype up. Who's going to get the title? Woo! You know what I mean? There's nothing there. But and as well with Joel Peru, just quickly, he has now overtaken Dan James. They were level for a bit, but now Joel Peru is the leader for goal involvements. Crazy how it goes, isn't it? The much maligned, much criticized Joel Peru, he's the one that leads in goal involvements now. So fair dues to him, man. JN saying here, KG, I agree. We need to get out of this league. We have JN. Like my friend says, we got to make like eggs and scramble, or like Biff Tannen would say, you got to make like a tree and leave. All right. Let's have a look here. Farke about to make his entrance. Well, Farke got sang today. I think they tried the whole, you know, like the Cody Rhodes. They tried it with Daniel Farke, but it didn't mesh well because his name is Farke. And they were just saying, Daniel Farke. That's not my name, you know. That's not my name. But yeah, listen, he got back today. But one thing, you guys mentioning Farke here, so I just want to bring this up on this here stream. But he did say this before the game about his future, because obviously it's been a hot topic. Don't believe everything that you read that's in the paper. The problem is with that, and listen, he may well continue here. I'm not saying he's not going to, but the commentator for Sky today said that Parag was due to speak to Sky Sports and then decline the interview. And the thing is with Sky Sports being the big, British broadcasting that it is, and it would, if Parag comes on and say the reports are absolute nonsense, Daniel is our man, you've just killed it there. You can literally now stop all the speculation, pour cold water all over it, and go forward. With him rejecting the interview, it just makes it just seem that much more suspicious. You know what I mean? It just makes it seem that more suspicious in terms of the intentions, or maybe there have been talks about replacing him, and maybe they just don't want to come out yet and say it because he was due for an interview and he declined it. Lodi, if you've been here long enough, don't ask me a question like this. You don't insult me with this kind of question. You know me long enough. Lodi, put in the chat what you think the answer is to this question there that you just asked. Tremendous. Don't insult me with this kind of question. Do I look like I've got no brain? What's going on here? Oh my Lord. LJ saying here, I just don't see it with Farke in the Premier League, but he deserves his chance. But does he, LJ? Does he? We shall see. Look, I'm sure at some point, because of the way that the press speculation has been, that Parag or the 49ers, the management team, will come out with something in due course. It just when you put the optics together of Farke saying this and then Parag rejecting the interview, it's just a real mixed message in my opinion. Jed here saying here, Farke looked really mad all game when the camera was on him. It looked to me like something really annoyed him. Well, I mean, he was smiling when the goals were scored, Jed, but I didn't notice that, though, I'll be honest with you. But if other people caught onto that, put it in the chat, man. Oh, Lodi, is no one else on? Milner would be a great as a senior for the youth and could do the Gilavogi role. We've got no time for this, Lodi. This is not the championship. We need Premier League. And Lodi, you think that's a good idea? I'll give you an even better one. How about you get an experienced player that still plays regularly or can still play regularly and can help you on the pitch as well as help the youngsters? Let's do that instead, because Milner has had his injury problems over the last couple of years, never mind this season alone. So, I'm not going to go into this anymore, Lodi. I'm not speaking about Milner no more. If we sign him, I'll do a video on it, okay? Absolutely will. Mr. P saying here, Farke is getting soaked and grey certified. Crazy, yeah. Guido Vogie, the cheerleader, spraying Farke with the bubbly. Good. Sounds like it's good in there. And listen, I did the video earlier about the new, redevelopments to Elland Road. Just think about what that's going to be like with 53,000. Oh, I can't wait to visit it, and I will visit it. I can visit it when I want. You know what I mean? But yeah, listen, it's going to be something else to see this club in the Premier League with whenever that's going to be done, I don't know when the date is. They haven't finalized that, but 53,000 at Elland Road. Oh, it's going to be beautiful, man. Yes, Lodi, fair play. Yes, come on, man. Oh man, honestly, some of you, I know some of you's names in here. I can't believe like some of those questions get asked to me. Like you don't know the kind of standards that I hold, man. Come on, let's go. Dilap here saying here, I just watched the game. The board best keep Farke or else they will regret it. We shall see. We shall see. Is there only like 5 people in the chat? I'm seeing the same names all over in the chat right now. Let's have a look here. Let me go back into the team here. Who else had a game? Lodi, I wasn't wrong about Leif Davis because he's been absolutely cooked defensively in the Premier League this season, Lodi. So there you go. Okay, Lodi, if you want to, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I haven't seen your name in a while. Maybe you're a troll. I don't know. Let's have a look. Who else is here? Gurev had a nice game in the middle. Nice progressive passes from Gurev. I mean, there wasn't really much going back today. It was all in Bristol City's half. Nonto had a good outing tonight. Listen, there was a couple of decisions between the forwards, though, where you thought that they could have made better decisions in terms of making a pass or taking a shot. But it just didn't matter. We just punished Bristol City regardless. But again, those are the things you got to tighten up in the Premier League. You don't get chance after chance after chance. But yeah, tonight we was good. Roden Ampadu basically had a night off. Jayden Bogle was good as well. Brendan Aronson had some decent enough pre-work today. Should have done better with a chance that he had. By the way, that should have been a penalty as well when Firpo got pulled back, but I guess it doesn't matter. It's inconsequential. But then Brendan Aronson on the follow-up to that said pull on Firpo should have got it on target, but it is what it is. We're going to speak about these positions come the summer, of course. Yeah, Mr. P, yeah, just saying here. We just kept going tonight. Absolutely, man. Yeah, absolutely. We did. We just kept it on them all game long. It was a night off today, and we've had a couple of those. We've had a couple of those in terms of the championship this season, especially at Elland Road, where the team have just come to try and hold out for a draw, and we've just killed them. We just killed them today as well, man. Let's have a look here. John B shouting out Mr. P. There you go, Mr. P. You're getting some love, man. You're getting some love. Let's have a look here. What we're saying here. Yeah, Nick, that's what I'm saying. Nick is absolutely on the money. Should have been 7 or 8. Could have been easily, man. Adrian here saying, hey KG, I'm afraid we'll see Solomon like we saw Ben White after promotion, a start under another shirt. We'll see, Adrian, but in all fairness, it's kind of different though. The two examples there, and I'm sure you haven't meant to do it, they're completely different because Ben White was wanted by Brighton to come back, and at the time as well, as funny as this sounds now in 2025, they didn't sell to us because they saw us direct competition. When we came up, they felt that we were relegation rivals, and now you see where Brighton are now, and thankfully we're back. But that's one reason they didn't sell him. They didn't want to sell him to a rival, and he had a good year for Brighton in the Premier. Then he moves to Arsenal. Solomon, on the other hand, is literally unwanted by Spurs. They don't want him there, which is when you look at their squad now. I think they're like 17th, 16th, yeah. When you look at their options on the left, Solomon is no worse than a couple of those players now in 2025. Some of them are a shell of their old selves. Some of them are on their way up in the game, like Tell, who's on loan from Bayern or wherever he's from. But yeah, he's not wanted. So it's kind of two different scenarios with that one. Yeah, Josh here saying here, we are bigger fish this time with the 49ers. Yeah, I'm getting that feeling, Josh. I really am. I'm getting that feeling. And the pictures of the ground and the approval from the council and everything else moving forward, we've never had it like this before. It's usually been, oh yeah, the previous owners, oh yeah, sure, we're going to upgrade Elland Road, and every time it's like, well when, what's the plans? And then it just goes away, background noise in the end. But we are literally moving along now, and I've got to say, I feel like their ambitions are going to be shown this summer. It's going to be very interesting come the end of the season, who's going to be retained, who's going to be made available for sale. That's going to be the most important, because we can't do it like we did last time. And this is the other thing as well in terms of if they're going to replace Farke, and again, not saying that they need to or at this point in time, but if they're going to hope that a new coach coming in, because some of the coaches been named are absolutely brilliant coaches, if they feel that they can just get away with getting in a coach and hope that they can coach this current crop with maybe 4 new players and say go for it, that's not happening. You need to give the coach or whoever the coach is the tools to do the job, and that's the best way of surviving. I'm sure, I would get the table up. You know what? Let me just get the Premier League table up for this season. Let me just get the table up because I just want to show you what we're working with here. Prem or coming up against, I should say. Here we are. Oh, Liverpool winning the league. Oh. This is what we're going to be up against, and it could be even worse next year. Let me just make that a little bigger. The fourth from bottom team is finishing at this moment in time 15 points ahead of third from bottom. That's what we're up against. And this is West Ham. This is West Ham with Jared Bowen, with Kudus, with Paqueta. This is West Ham with some real top players in there in terms of the Premier League. And just above them, I think this is where Tottenham are. Yes, 16th. And like people have said, they could possibly get rid of Ange. Everton have had a renaissance under Moyes going into their new stadium. Man United in 14th. Is that going to be the same, or will they improve? Wolves up to 13th. Palace 12th. Palace, you know what, man? One thing I will say, and I'm going to take it back here on this stream. Palace, I apologize. Whoever's been with me from the start will know that when we got promoted, I said that what I don't want is Leeds United to be Crystal Palace, just being in the middle of the Premier League, doing nothing. Palace, I apologize. You got me. You got me. And now they're in the cup final. They're in the cup final to go with the mid-table finish. Crystal Palace are going to do what Crystal Palace do, and that is finish 12th, 13th, and just go ahead. But that's what I'm saying, though, people. We're going to be up against all these teams, and some of these will improve over the summer. So the job is large. The job is large for whoever's going to be in the manager's seat, but we've got to get the playing squad to match that as well. Do like Forest did, yeah. Michael, though, here saying West Ham lose Bowen, Wolves lose Cunha. They're instantly weaker and fight to stay up. But Michael, they won't just lose them and not replace them. This is the thing. People always talk like this. If they lose Bowen, who knows if he'll leave, by the way. I mean, I know that there could be other opportunities out there, but he's kind of settled where he is, and with his I think, are they wives? Is he married now? And the kid, you never know. He could be settled at West Ham and say, you know what are we doing? Can you go and get some improvements around me? Let's get better. He could stay there, but these two teams, I do think that they will get, Wolves in particular will get worse, but they will still add to the team and try and make up for the Cunha loss. And that's why it's just not a given that we're just going to be automatically better than them. JTEX here, they need to lose Cunha to us. Yeah, you know what it is, JTEX. We wouldn't get him anyway. I think he's going to be going to Manchester United, but I don't think a few fans would like him here. I got to be honest. He believes in himself a bit too much. Yeah, that's it as well, Nick. We've definitely moved on from the days of Ken Bates' version of developing the stadium. Yeah, just constant chatter. It was all words and no action, man. And it's like that's why for a long time, when I see anything in regards to stadium developments, I just leave it. I'm like, yeah, sure. When we get something a bit more concrete, I'll speak about it. And that's why I spoke about it today. Yeah, the new coach is doing well at Wolves. He for sure is, but Cunha is a massive part of that. And I think even their other striker, Strand Larson, who's done well for him, I think he's only on that loan. I think he's only there on loan. So whether they get him permanently or what have you, we'll see. But yeah, there's going to be some moving and shaking in the summer, man. There's going to be moving and shaking. Telly here saying Bielsa did not want Cunha, to be fair. He probably didn't. He's probably got too much technical ability, Telly. He likes those runners, man. Just run. Do as I say and run. But yeah, listen, I don't know what else there is. Yeah, he's on loan from Celta. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought he was on loan. And that's just another thing as well. We got to exploit as well, people, the loan market. And there's going to be players out there to loan for sure. Comrade, you can keep that, man. You can keep him. He's part of the reason why you are where you are, mate. That's the thing, man. You guys have been recruiting badly for a while, but you've been taking the mick over the last few years. Been absolutely, you spend money, and there's no plan to it. Hoyland for how much that was. Yeah, you keep that, comrade. Keep that, and we'll see you next season, man. We'll see you next season. JTEX here saying here, are there any more contracts out there from the auto era like Harrison, etc.? We've got rid of Christensen. Melier, I think Melier will definitely be going in the summer. Bamford, obviously, we're gonna have to, shift that one, and I think he'll want to play first team football too. So, and I kind of think that the gift he left behind the bar, it's probably a thank you and an apology, in all honesty, for the way that it's gone for him the last few years. Yeah, I don't think there's too many though, JTEX, man. Some of the loan players, a lot of the loan players that went out on those loan clauses got permanent moves in the end. Llorente, Robin Koch left on a free. Brendan Aronson is still here, I guess. He would be one. Max Verber. There's a few, man. But I think that a couple of them will be gone as well. Josh, man, would you take Xerxes? I wouldn't. I do think that there's a decent player there, Josh, but no, I wouldn't take Xerxes, and I don't think he'd come here either. And listen, we don't need to be paying any more rivalry tax like we did with Dan James and get overcharged. And I don't even know what they paid for Xerxes. If anyone has any idea, let me know. But I know it was a high amount, and that's what I'm saying. They just spend, and there's just no plan with it, man. It's just hoping for the best or hoping that this. You can't recruit like that, man. You got to be smart with it, like the Bournemouth, Brentford, Brighton, and all those other teams, man. Let's have a look here. Jed Harrison has to be shipped off to absolutely anywhere. I think let's have a look at Jack Harrison, because I think he did actually score a goal recently. So I think he is off a duck. Yeah, here we are. Harrison this season has one goal. And this is it now with Jack Harrison. I think even he will have to give up the ghost. I think he probably does go back to America. I think he'll probably look for a move back to America, and I'm sure Leeds United will facilitate that move as well. Probably won't get what we'd hope to have gotten for Jack Harrison, especially at the age he is. I think he's only still 28. So yeah, listen, we've got to get rid of him. He cannot be here. We don't want players like him anyway. Well, let me not say we. I hate when people do that. I don't want players like Jack Harrison here, the ones that are just low on confidence and everything else like that, need a boost in order to be, a good player. Now, let him go, man. Let him go. Okay, Xerxes was 36. There's got to be some add-ons there, right, comrade? That's got to be going up to a certain figure. I doubt it was just 36, but yeah. Pops here saying in regards to Harrison, ship him to the US. I'd rather pay off his contract than see him in a Leeds shirt again. Yeah. Listen, yeah, there's just some players that we don't want. The mentality with someone like Harrison is just all wrong. It's absolutely wrong. He's literally a decent player for us for 3-4 games and can go missing for 10. And it didn't matter where they tried to put him in. People have probably forgotten this. I haven't. They put him on the left, it didn't work. They stick him on the right, it didn't work. They tried to play him centrally, it didn't work. And it was at the cost of Nantos, a developing Somerville at the time, Jorginho, who we just bought in, who probably wasn't even ready. That's another conversation. But they tried everything with this guy. It even got to the point where fans were saying, well, listen, we need help at left back. How about we make Harrison a left wing back? When you get to those kind of conversations, people, the goose is cooked. All right. The goose is cooked. It's over. It's over. Cameron. Comrade here just added on here. Yeah, add on schedule, but you're more than welcome to take our Deadwood or trolling aside. I hope you guys become a club in the Prem every year. Listen, me too, comrade. And I want these conversations with Man United fans. I'm tired of Millwall. I'm tired of the Sheffield clubs. I don't want it. This is what, for me, as and people that remember the times when we were, one of the best teams in the country and around Europe. These were our rivalries, and we need to get back there. One thing I will say, comrade, is one player who you did have, who I think he just stinks of Leeds United all over him, but it will never happen because he's doing really well where he is Scott McTominay. Like, he's not technically brilliant, but the effort he gives and the goals he gets from midfield, I think he would have been an absolute hit at Leeds United. But I think, he's challenging up top with Napoli now. But Scott McTominay, for me, screams Leeds United. You know what I mean? Comrade, we got a trade here for you. Lee is saying here, you can have Melier and you can also keep an Arna. That's tremendous. That's a tremendous trade. We get future considerations. Love it. Oh my god, guys, we've not really spoken about this Bristol City game because there's not really much to speak about, is there? Let's be honest. We're trying to look to the future here. I absolutely get why. Let me get Harrison off the screen, man. Let me get him off there. Yeah, get off. Next time I want to see Harrison on this screen is discussing that he's been linked with a move away. Conrad saying, I would rather you in goal, Katie, to be honest. Oh man. Lodi here, going on to future thing. Can't wait to see Tanaka in the Premier League. Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to it too, man. He's definitely got the technical abilities to do so. I don't know what that whole crying thing was about, you know, after the game. I can't remember which game it was, but it was when we won and he was just emotionally spent. I think it's because he was on like a barren run of a tough run of form. That doesn't sway my opinion. He's a Premier League player. And if we didn't go up, Premier League clubs would definitely be bidding on How Tanaka for sure. So I don't know what that whole emotion thing was, but hopefully he's got it all sorted for the Premier League and he can go on a good run because we're going to need goals from midfield and he's been providing those since January, man. J-Tech saying to Conrad, stop being so nice, makes it hard to hate all Man U fans. Michael here saying Jayden Bogle has been absolutely amazing for us. What is it going to be, 7 million now that we've been promoted? Yeah, listen, that's a great signing for the league we're in and the kind of player that he is. And he hopefully he'll be helpful in the Premier League. Hopefully he can, you know, translate some of that in the Premier League. Obviously, there's going to be a bit more onus on him defending rather than being in the opposition's box, which is going to, you know, something we're going to miss. But yeah, hopefully he'll be a useful asset in the Premier League and that the Sheffield United experience doesn't scar him in any way. SB here saying Firpo said that he wants to play in the Premier League and he was injured last time. I'm starting to wonder. You know what? It's one of these things, SB. We hearing whispers about him possibly signing a new contract, but for me, it's this whole thing again of just recognizing that Firpo in the Premier League is a nightmare, but also the other way of when people say Firpo's done so well for us this season, give him a new contract. It'd be the same way if Firpo had done so well for us and we missed out on promotion again. Firpo wouldn't be signing a new contract at Leeds United. So again, it's the opportunity of probably playing in the Premier League and everything else like that. But if the 49ers are serious and it's Firpo and then somebody else, they're asking for trouble. And they better hope whichever left back they do bring in is the undisputed number one. And Firpo is staple to that bench, barring the last 10-minute of games. I don't want to see Firpo next season. I'm just going to say that now. I don't want him here because I don't want him to tarnish the good work he's done in the Championship, and he will tarnish it in the Premier League. It will happen. Come back to this video and say you were wrong. You won't do it because it will happen. I'm telling you. He's going to be asked to do everything defensively, and he's got no defensive bone in his body. Saw it recently in the Championship game against Swansea, just defensively nowhere, man. He's got no awareness, and you can't afford that in the Premier League. But look, we shall see. Will he continue on? I guess we shall see. But like Lodi says here, I'll let Firpo go out on a high, and he deserves that, man. Go back to Spain, go Turkey, go Italy, go somewhere, and just have a new chapter in your career, man. Don't do like the previous promoted lot did and stay too long. Outstay your welcome and show up your true flaws at the highest level. Don't do it. Yeah, Leeds need a left back. Some things never change. Absolutely. Let's have a look here. So yeah, I mean, guys, there's not really much else. We're literally talking about everything but the game. So I'm gonna leave it there. And plus, it's like 10:30. I'm sure everyone's got bed to go to. So I'll leave it there, people. If there's anything that you want to put in the comments, let me know in the comment section. Like the video as well. Free to do, helps out the channel. And yeah, listen, shout out to everyone that donated a super chat tonight. Thank you so much. And listen, and future salutes for any new members, any few super thanks as well. But listen, yep, Yusuf, you got me. See, I told you, I always forget. Let me end the poll. What have we got here? Solomon 48% man of the match, Tanaka 34, Peru 8, Firpo 8. I'm surprised it got so low, but yeah, Solomon undisputed man of the match. So there you are, people. Thank you for joining me, people. See you in the next one. Peace out.